If his voice ever changes, his career goes down the drain. Robert John at WIBC, 15 minutes before 8 o'clock. And some more traffic information on our man on the street, Paul Casey. Paul?
The 38th Street situation has cleared itself up pretty much now, Orly, and it looks like if you are on your way to the track from the east side of the city, you might get on 38th Street because that backlog that we had about 15 minutes ago has all but disappeared. In fact, we're getting on now just to see how far we can get. I have a feeling that it's probably open just about all the way to Georgetown Road. We just checked out 30th Street. They are still backed up all the way past the Armory here at the river, at White River. Also, we know that Kessler Boulevard inbound toward 30th Street is backed up past 38th Street. So 38th Street might be an alternative to Georgetown Road. Other than that, things backed up all over. This seems to be the only place where traffic is moving smoothly. It is moving smoothly, but it's moving slowly. In traffic, this is Paul Casey.
Teside, the company that brings you the beeper, would like to take a moment to explain the different types of Teside beepers now available, in addition to the common single-tone units. Improved beeper technology has produced the dual-tone beeper, adding the element of 2 activated phone numbers, one for work and one for family. But the unit that really saves time, gas, and money is the voice-activated beeper. This unit not only has the ability to beep, it can also be switched to the voice mode to receive messages directly over the phone. If your office or family needs to reach you, you'll know what they need right now without having to find a phone. Teside beepers also have the convenience of a hold mode for the kinds of meetings that shouldn't be disturbed. After the meeting, switch it on, and your Teside beeper lets you know if you had a message. Save time, money, and gas with improved communication through Teside beepers. For the complete Teside beeper story, call Teside 637-BEEP. That's Teside beepers 637. Well, as anybody who's been to the Brickyard in May can tell you, chasing the excitement around there can leave you very thirsty. You're always running, lugging equipment, getting hot. And like anyone who builds up a sweat, you've usually got your standard choice, water or a soft drink. Unless, of course, you're lucky enough to have some Gatoraid thirst quencher around. Gatorade was developed to get to that deep down thirst your body has. Developed to help put back the fluids, minerals, and salts you sweat away. Better than soft drinks, better than water. You see, when your mouth is dry, it's your body that's thirsty. And Gatorade gives your body what it wants. Professional athletes know that. So should you. Look for the familiar bottle or the easy-to-carry instant mix packet. Both cool you down in a very pleasant way. Gatorade gives your body what it's thirsty for.
Beautiful day in Indianapolis, 60 degrees and sunshine all over my body. It's 12 minutes before 8 o'clock, and some things that you don't always hear about in conjunction with the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
The most controversial car ever entered in a 500-mile race was the number 8 Kovnowski's Ice Cream Parlor and Septic Tank Service Special. It was car owner Greg Sturdley who had a tandem seat mounted aft of the driver facing the rear. The plan called for a stripper from the local burlesque show to be positioned in that seat and shed articles of her clothing on every lap. The theory being that all the other drivers would stay behind to watch the show. A great idea, ruled unfair, however, by the 1932 Rules Committee.
WIBC.
7 minutes before 8 o'clock, and a little report from our 1070 Whirlybird person, Big John Gillis.
Yes, Orly. Momentarily, you will hear the Whirlybird firing up, or maybe you won't. But in any case, we'll be airborne again. A lot of people think we were just kidding about wanting to help with race traffic from the Whirlybird if we failed to show. We've been up there. We've just been unable to speak. Something happened to our sophisticated radio system. So we have the B team in gear now, while a panel of experts works on the original broadcast equipment, and we will be overhead watching what happens and passing information one way or another back and forth. If we have to write it on a note and drop an airmail to each and every person waiting in line, we'll be doing that. Talk about your dramatic effects. You can hear that big old jet engine starting up right now. So we'll be signing off. Check with you from the air a little bit later on, one way or another. This is Big John Gillis from the 1070 Whirlybird.
Every Indy 500 driver thinks he has the car that can win, but only winning on the track can prove it. That's the way we feel about new pan pizza from Pizza Hut. We can tell you that our new pan pizza is better than any deep dish pizza you've ever tasted. We can tell you it has more cheese, more great toppings, a great new crust, and that you'll love it. But we have to prove it where it counts, on a red and white checkered tablecloth in a Pizza Hut restaurant. We know we can win you over. And since this is the season for competition, please accept our challenge. Compare new pan pizza from Pizza Hut to your favorite pizza. We'll even make it easy for you to compare. Bring in the words pan pizza plus your name and address on a piece of paper, and we'll give you $2 off on a large pan pizza, or $1 off on a small. Come into a participating Central Indiana Pizza Hut restaurant during the month of May, bring us the words pan pizza on a piece of paper, and take us up on our challenge.
The Write Your Own coupon offer on the new pan pizza is good throughout the month of May.
On a warm summer's evening, on a train bound for nowhere, I met up with a gambler. We were both too tired to sleep, so we took turns of staring out the window at the darkness. The boredom overtook us, and he began to speak. He said, "Son, I've made a life out of reading people's faces, knowing what the cards were by the way they held their eyes. So if you don't mind my saying, I can see you're out of aces. For a taste of your whiskey, I'll give you some advice." So I handed him my bottle, and he drank down my last swallow. Then he bummed a cigarette and asked me for a light. And the night got deathly quiet, and his face lost all expression. Said, "If you're gonna play the game, boy, you gotta learn to play it right. You got to know when to hold up, know when to fold up, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done." Every gambler knows that the secret to surviving is knowing what to throw away, knowing what to keep. 'Cause every hand's a winner, and every hand's a loser, and the best that you can hope for is to die in your sleep. And when he finished speaking, he turned back toward the window, crushed out his cigarette, faded off to sleep. And somewhere in the darkness, the gambler, he broke even. But in his final words, I found an ace that I could keep. You got to know when to hold up, know when to fold up, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. You got to know when to hold up, when to hold up, know when to fold up, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count.
See, it works like this. These things called cars, they got engines in them. Because they got engines in them, you take care of them. Meaning you got to put the best oil in them you can get.
Marathon Motor Oils.
Marathon makes a motor oil that's exactly what your car needs to make it run like it should when it's taking you where you got to go.
Marathon motor oil.
Whether it's new off the D or any of Marathon's other great motor oils, it's like they say in the Tree City. You only get out what you put in. So put a Marathon motor oil in your car and get the best out of your engine.
Marathon motor oil. Best of motor oil.
Marathon oil. I guess we know something about making motor oil.
We got together to do it better.
And we did.
Money market certificates from American Fletcher National Bank. One of the easiest, safest ways to get a high return on your savings dollars. Easy, because with 60 convenient locations, we're easier to get to. Fast, you can invest in one in less time than it takes to open a checking account. And safe. At American Fletcher, each deposit is insured to $100,000.
Invest $10,000 or more in a 182-day money market certificate and earn at the annual rate of 8.923% for an annual effective yield of 9.253%.
This rate is subject to change at renewal, and federal regulations prohibit compounding of interest. Or you can invest as little as $100 for 2.5 to 7 years and lock up a 10.500% rate. That's an annual effective yield of 11.233%, compounded daily. There is a substantial interest penalty for early withdrawal. American Fletcher's money market certificates. Easy, simple, and a high return. We want to be your bank. Member FDIC.
It's 8 o'clock, Ray Rice News Time.
Radio Indiana. WIBC Indianapolis.
Years worth of hopes and dreams and money and hard work now about to be put to the test at the Indianapolis 500.